What if the compact sedan came back smarter, sharper, and actually worth the space in your driveway? The 2026 Nissan Sentra looks like a simple refresh, but it's a quiet redefinition. It's sleeker up front, roomier inside, and it may even bring hybrid tech and turbo power where the Sentra never went before. Today, we're digging into every angle. What's new, what's practical, and who this car is really for. Welcome to Car Updater. If you like my video, then please like, comment, and subscribe the channel. Sedans have been under pressure for years, yet Nissan decided to double down on the Sentra, not by making a conservative update, but by moving the needle in design, packaging, and potentially powertrain variety. The car we're looking at closely mirrors the Chinese market Sylphy, which gives us the clearest preview of the styling and proportions Nissan will bring to North America. Expect pricing to peak in the neighborhood of $25,000, keeping the Sentra an aggressively competitive pick in the compact class. This isn't just about being cheaper than the competition, it's about being more relevant. With rivals sharpening their offerings, Nissan's approach looks like one of measured upgrades that could keep the Sentra competitive for years. From the moment you see the nose, the new Sentra tries to change your perception. A full-width light bar ties the slim headlights together, giving the front a unified, high-tech face. Below that, vertical DRLs create a fawn-like motif that reads more assertive than the outgoing model. It's a small detail that transforms the whole expression. The new Sentra borrows cues from Nissan's bigger, more premium designs and from the brand's electric cars in China. The result looks more grown up and decidedly less conservative. Proportions have been subtly improved too. The car is slightly larger than before, with a wider stance that adds presence. Those changes make the silhouette more mature and help create a little extra interior space without sacrificing compactness. If you're wondering whether the Sentra feels bigger or just different, the numbers help. The Chinese Sylphy measures about 183.3 inches long, 71.9 inches wide, and 57 inches tall, with a 106.7-inch wheelbase. Those dimensions translate to a wider stance and a bit more interior room than the previous Sentra, which should mean better rear seat legroom and a roomier trunk in real-world use. Nissan's approach keeps the car balanced while giving buyers a feeling of added substance. This growth is subtle. It doesn't make the car unwieldy for city life, but it does make the cabin more usable for adults in the back seat and for family cargo. Under the skin, expect a mix of conservative and forward-looking options. The Sylphy in China uses a 1.6L four-cylinder producing 135 HP. But for North America, Nissan is likely to keep the base engine at 2.0L four-cylinder around 149 HP. That gives the Sentra reliable everyday power while keeping costs and complexity low. At the same time, Nissan may offer more potent options, including the turbocharged 1.5L three-cylinder with about 201 HP that already appears in the road. That turbo mill would give the Sentra a surprising pep in the mid-range and make it more fun to drive. Perhaps most intriguing is Nissan's potential to bring e-Power hybrid technology into the mix, a gasoline plus electric setup that uses the engine mainly to charge the battery and drive electric motors. E-Power isn't a full hybrid like Toyota's system, nor is it a plug-in electric vehicle, but it blends electric drive feel with gasoline range and convenience. If Nissan adds e-Power, the Sentra could compete on efficiency and modern driving refinement without needing an all-electric drivetrain. Base 2.0L 149 HP sensible, predictable, low cost to own. Ideal for buyers who want a reliable commuter. Turbo 1.5L 201 HP, sporty, more engaging, and competitive with turbo small sedans like the Civic and Corolla's higher trims. This one would be the choice for buyers who want fun without going full performance. E-Power Hybrid for efficiency and the feel of electric drive without plugging in. Great for buyers who want improved fuel economy and smoother throttle response. Nissan's strategy looks smart. Keep a reliable base engine while offering options for buyers who want performance or electrified refinement. Inside, the Sentra is aiming higher. Expect softer surfaces in places you touch most, a cleaner layout, and upgraded tech for the price point. The new cabin arrangement benefits from the slightly wider platform, which allows for a more open feel and better shoulder room. Nissan tends to include user-friendly infotainment with a focus on clarity and minimal distraction. So anticipate roomy screens, modern connectivity, and standard smartphone mirroring, all tuned for everyday use rather than novelty. The end result should feel noticeably more premium than base Sentra models of the past, but still very much value-oriented. That wheelbase increase and wider footprint pay dividends in real life. Rear passengers should enjoy better shoulder room and a slight improvement in legroom. The trunk should also be more accommodating for grocery runs or weekend luggage, with an emphasis on usable storage and smart interior cubby placement. Nissan seems to have prioritized how families and commuters actually use the car day to day. If you haul sports gear or child seats regularly, the redesigned cabin should feel like a real step up from the outgoing Sentra. Nissan's sedan lineup is changing. Reports indicate the smaller Versa and larger Almera/Altia, depending on region, may be discontinued after 2025, making the Sentra the primary sedan in Nissan's North American range. That raises the stakes. The Sentra will face Toyota Corolla, Honda Civic, Mazda 3, Hyundai Elantra, and the incoming Kia K4 directly. Nissan needs this generation to be compelling on price, packaging, and perceived quality. By positioning the Sentra around $25,000 for peak pricing, Nissan keeps it competitive, especially if optional turbo or e-power choices remain reasonably priced. There are also whispers and some reporting that Nissan may shift Sentra production from Mexico to the United States. If that happens, it could stabilize pricing, shorten delivery times, and potentially make the supply chain more resilient against tariff changes. For buyers, that could mean more predictable options and better access to popular trims. It's not guaranteed, but the move would reflect industry trends where automakers localize production to reduce complexity. Given the competition and market expectations, the 2026 Sentra should come standard with a modern suite of driver aids, adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, automatic emergency braking, and blind spot monitoring. Nissan has been steadily upgrading its safety tech across the range, so expect sensible active safety as standard, with higher trims offering more advanced features. For families and commuters, that tech package is as important as the engine options. We haven't driven every powertrain yet, but based on architecture and engines being discussed, the Sentra should deliver a balanced ride. The 2.0L will favor smoothness and economy, ideal for someone who wants a predictable, comfortable daily. The 1.5T will add mid-range vigor and a livelier feel around town and on the highway. E-Power will likely offer near-electric throttle smoothness, especially at lower speeds, which improves perceived refinement and urban comfort. In short, Nissan seems to have crafted a Sentra that aims to be boring in the best way for daily duty, but can be fun in the right configuration. Here's how we'd advise buyers to think about trims. Value-minded buyers should consider the base 2.0L model for low ownership cost and simplicity. Drivers who want a little spice will be thrilled by the turbo 1.5L option if Nissan brings it. It should provide the best balance of performance and economy for spirited drivers. Efficiency-minded and tech-forward drivers should watch for the e-Power variant. If Nissan offers it in the US, it will stand out in the segment for its unique hybrid approach. Trim selection will come down to whether you value price, performance, or efficiency most. The compact sedan market is crowded, but the Sentra has clear advantages to exploit, typically strong value pricing, a comfortable ride, and Nissan's history of durable, low-cost ownership. If Nissan can combine those strengths with sharper styling, comfortable packaging, and the optional turbo or e-Power drivetrains, the Sentra could regain some momentum against the Corolla and Civic. The key will be delivering perceived quality and modern tech for the money. The 2026 Nissan Sentra isn't simply an update, it's a purposeful evolution. The design cleverly borrows premium cues while the slightly larger footprint translates to real interior benefits. Engine choices, from the 2.0L base to a possible 1.5T and the potential e-Power hybrid, make for a flexible lineup that could appeal to a wide range of buyers. When you add the rumored production localization and a competitive price around $25,000, the Sentra looks like a calculated, realistic contender in a crowded class. If you want a daily driver that's practical, comfortable, and not bland, the new Sentra should absolutely be on your shortlist. If Nissan brings e-Power stateside, that alone could make it a standout for efficiency-minded buyers who don't want a full EV. Opening B-roll. Slow reveal of the front light bar at dusk. Close-ups of vertical DRLs to show the Fong styling. Dimension and interior shots. Side profile with overlaid dimensions, rear seat legroom, trunk loading sequence. Powertrain segments. Animated cutaways showing 2.0L versus 1.5T versus e-power flow diagrams and on-screen horsepower numbers. Tech and comfort. Infotainment close-ups, soft touch surfaces, and day-to-day storage compartments. Closing shots. Sentra driving away on a coastal or suburban road at golden hour with on-screen verdict text. Which Sentra would you choose? The efficient 2.0L, the peppy 1.5 turbo, or the possible e-power hybrid? Drop your pick in the comments. If you like my video, then please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Want more head-to-heads and buying guides? Hit subscribe and ring the bell. We'll bring you the full test drive and a comparison with the Corolla and Civic as soon as we get. Thanks for watching Car Update. See you in the next one.